The Theory of Moral Sentiments by Adam Smith. Part 2. Of Merit and Demerit, or of the Objects of Reward and Punishment, consisting of 3 sections. Section 3. Of the Influence of Fortune upon the Sentiments of Mankind, with regard to the merit or demerit of actions. Introduction. Whatever praise or blame can be due to any action must belong either first to the intention or affection of the heart, from which it proceeds, or, secondly, to the external action or movement of the body, which this affection gives occasion to, or, lastly, to the good or bad consequences, which actually, and in fact, proceed from it. These 3 different things constitute the whole nature and circumstances of the action, and must be the foundation of whatever quality can belong to it. That the 2 last of these 3 circumstances cannot be the foundation of any praise or blame is abundantly evident, nor has the contrary ever been asserted by anybody. The external action or movement of the body is often the same in the most innocent and in the most blamable actions. He who shoots a bird, he who shoots a man, both of them perform the same external movement. Each of them draws the trigger of a gun. The consequences which actually and in fact happen to proceed from any action are, if possible, still more indifferent either to praise or blame than even the external movement of the body, as they depend, not upon the agent, but upon fortune. They cannot be the proper foundation for any sentiment, of which his character and conduct are the objects. The only consequences for which he can be answerable, or by which he can deserve either approbation or disapprobation of any kind, are those which were some way or other intended, or those which at least show some agreeable or disagreeable quality in the intention of the heart, from which he acted. To the intention or affection of the heart, therefore to the propriety or impropriety, to the beneficence or hurtfulness of the design, all praise or blame, all approbation or disapprobation of any kind, which can justly be bestowed upon any action, must ultimately belong. When this maxim is thus proposed, in abstract and general terms, there is nobody who does not agree to it. Its self-evident justice is acknowledged by all the world, and there is not a dissenting voice among all mankind. Everybody allows that how different soever the accidental, the unintended, and unforeseen consequences of different actions, yet, if the intentions or affections from which they arose were, on the one hand, equally proper and equally beneficent, or, on the other, equally improper and equally malevolent, the merit or demerit of the actions is still the same, and the agent is equally the suitable object either of gratitude or of resentment. But how well soever we may seem to be persuaded of the truth of this equitable maxim, when we consider it after this manner, in abstract, yet when we come to particular cases, the actual consequences which happen to proceed from any action have a very great effect upon our sentiments concerning its merit or demerit, and almost always either enhance or diminish our sense of both. Scarce in any one instance, perhaps, will our sentiments be found, after examination, to be entirely regulated by this rule, which we all acknowledge ought entirely to regulate them. This irregularity of sentiment, which everybody feels, which scarce anybody is sufficiently aware of, and which nobody is willing to acknowledge, I proceed now to explain, and I shall consider first the cause which gives occasion to it, or the mechanism by which nature produces it; secondly, the extent of its influence; and last of all, the extent which it answers, or the purpose which the Author of nature seems to have intended by it.